just go
shop
to the
our
exactly the
souls.
shopping is
Yeah.
I told Nando, like, I don't
Away.
want to shop at all. He's like, but you're cold. I was like, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I'll just grab another
Okay.
cup of coffee. Would you like some coffee?
No,
we
we're
don't have
no,
time
we're gonna
for that.
record.
Okay, let's just finish that off. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're good? Hey guys,
Hello.
thank you so much for your patience, the power. went
Technical
out.
problem, yeah.
Yeah, so we had an electricity problem, some glitch or something happened and the power went out. Now we're back on, so thank you. Oh, well, where am I looking now, Marcelo? I'm here now? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm looking here. Hey guys, what's up? We're back. So Queen, I don't even know what we were talking about, and that's okay. All right. But we can go to our next part of the program, in which is our hats off moment. So basically, what we're gonna do now, you will just take your hats off for someone or a situation or a person who has impacted your life or the world or is doing something for the greater good.
Let me
You have to be
think.
careful not saying like president names or get political.
Right. I think today I talked a lot about my mom, so I'm gonna give my mom a little hats off.
Okay,
It's
round of applause for mom. Give it up for
Mother's
mom.
Day.
Nice, yeah.
This month was Mother's Day and stuff like that. So yeah, everything she did to sacrifice for my
Yeah,
family,
that's great.
my dad's family, everything like that. I just have to give her a little hats off, especially trusting me to go to Brazil too.
Yeah.
If I may, I would like to join you there and take my hat off to all the mothers out there.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
this month at Jack's we are celebrating Mother's Month. Not
Yeah.
yeah.
So we just go big at JET. We don't have Mother's Day. We have Mother's Month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I mean, mothers who have to
We do
deal,
everything bulks here.
Yeah.
So just-
mothers who have to deal right with this divine
Yeah.
task of raising
Sure.
children.
And women. I always, we always say women do work harder than me and always have, always will, and live longer, and and have to put up with us. So, yeah. Well, so I think I'm gonna take my hats off for my wife today, because we're
Why not? I mean, Valentine's Day's coming up.
Yeah.
Yes, Dias dos Namorados.
And we had not a fight yesterday, but just a little bit of an argument. So.
A bit of a row.
She was throwing knives at me. No. But things are
A normal couple.
things are good again. So yes, all right, okay. Let's move on to next topic. Okay.
Do you want to call her now? We're live. This is the perfect moment.
Honey, I love you. I'll talk to you
All
later.
right. Yeah.
We're gonna talk. We're still talking over something at lunchtime. So.
I don't want to make up with
I'm
her
already
now.
thinking, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? What am I going to say? All right. So, Queen. So the next sketch here is that's my rant for today.
Okay.
Marcelo, that's my rant for today.
Yeah. Can we do a Jet Weekly later on? Yes. That's a good one here. Later on. That's my rant.
Q&A. O povo quer saber.
All right. Okay. So Queen, you don't seem to be as a kind of person who's always looking at the negative. As a matter of fact, I don't think you ever look at the negative, but, which is good. Good for you. You're gonna live, until you're 100. That's for sure. But but there must have been, or there is something you're not very agreeable with, or something you dislike. And what's going on?
I think something that I don't like sometimes is the thing that really bothered me when I first moved to Brazil is how late you eat lunch. I know it's like very ridiculous for me to actually complain about that, but I get really hungry, like really hungry on the weekend. And me and my husband tried to be as active as possible and stuff like that. And they're like, lunch is ready at 4 p.m. And I'm like, I'm hungry at yesterday p.m., So I really just want lunch to be at a normal time.
Right.
But my mom always tells me, go with the flow. It's fine. But, sometimes I just want to eat some pain français with
Yeah.
vinaigrette and just go home, you know? But yeah.
Well, and it's adapting. It's probably Nato's family because I don't remember. Do you ever remember yourself having lunch at 4 o'clock?
Well,
mid-afternoon?
maybe on Sundays.
Sundays,
that
yeah.
large, but not.
It's
not
usually
on a
around
daily
2. I mean,
basis,
2 is the latest. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. We tend to
1:30,
have
1,
lunch
1.
at 1 p.m. usually. Yeah. Usually at 1 p.m.
One.
Yeah.
That's us too.
That's how things work, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're running, busier, during the day. So
Right.
Yeah. So maybe I should call your mother-in-law and say something. So, Birdie told me.
It's only on the weekends
probably
because I make
watching,
my
yeah.
lunch on the weekdays.
great.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, okay, and you will rent that
rent,
something.
Oh, nothing comes to mind right now, but I would say that unethical, work.
Sure.
Unethical competition, maybe.
Sure.
This is the sort of thing. Competition is always great,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
It helps the whole. It's very healthy for the market, for all kinds of businesses.
Or speaking ill
But-
behind your back. And,
Exactly. That's the sort of thing. I'm not talking about language schools only, but
Yeah.
unethical
Sure, yeah.
competition.
Sure.
Is something that
it
gets
happens.
on my nerves,
It happens a
yeah.
lot in this country.
It does.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. In my case, I don't know. I've always had a hard time with people who walk their dogs and their dogs are pooping everywhere, and they never bring.
They never pick it up.
They
No,
never
no,
bring
no,
like a little
no.
plastic bag to pick it up. But something great happened the other day. So this guy who's like a dog poop producer, because he's always taking his dogs out and his dogs are pooping everywhere. So I saw this guy with a bag. So for me, it's like there is a God. So in the end, life is good. So I did see a little bit of a miracle there. But if you are watching and if you do take your dogs out and you walk your dogs because they live in an apartment or I don't know, or in a small apartment or in a small house or they live in a house, there's not much of a backyard for them or something, which is okay, and you should because it's good for exercising for you as well. Just make sure you bring a little plastic bag and just
Absolutely,
and take care of your dog's poop.
Yeah.
I forgot one time, but I came back. Like I always come back because I feel bad.
I know.
When like you leave it on someone else's lawn,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna be like, "Whose dog did this?" And I don't
Yeah,
want them to
it's
think
not my
poorly
dog,
of
yeah.
me.
And I think it was Sunday or so. I went to church and I'm a very energetic kind of person and I have a temper like your father. So we're late and we need to go and things are not flowing. And my wife is the kind of person who really likes being a woman. So she really wants to do her hair and she
Yeah.
enjoys the whole woman thing, Although sometimes she'll say it's very tiring. And Gloria is going down the same road. She's just, where's my lipstick? But you're only, But, and then on the way, I was about 200 meters away from the church and I stepped on a turd right there. So I was so angry. I'm sitting in church like all night. Not all night, but for 2 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh, and there's nothing you can do, because you're
Right.
just there.
Apart from trying to clean it.
Yeah, but you
grass and
can. You
everything.
can.
I know.
And I'm thinking, thank God everyone's wearing a mask because the smell is not as bad. And then Gloria's just walking around. She wants to play on the ground. I said, honey, not in this area. Daddy just tapped all over the place with poop on Daddy's shoe. This is not a safe and hygienic, sanitized place for you right now. And she just wants to play. So, again, you and your dogs, do something about this.
Yeah. Just cleaning everything behind. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see. We still have a little bit of time. Let's see. I have some questions for Queen here. What have you enjoyed the most about Brazil so far?
I really like experiencing a new culture for sure. I like the culture of Brazil a lot, and I'm excited to when things get more safe and open up, and I feel more comfortable with everything, to explore every part and every corner of Brazil.
Nice, yeah.
So
Well, everyone who's watching you already loves you because you're so adorable and so nice, so friendly. Yeah. So again, your parents have done a good job raising you.
Absolutely. And that's because you haven't. I mean, you have, right? Tried her brownies. Ah,
Yeah.
she's got lovely
Yeah,
brownies.
what about
yeah.
brownies? Yeah. So we hear you're this Asian American girl who married a Brazilian, and now you're selling brownies in Águas de Lindóia and all around. And
See.
I hear you even ship them. So
You know what her Instagram is?
It-
Doces da Gringa.
yeah,
Yeah.
Doces da Gringa. Okay, guys, go to her Instagram, Doces da Gringa. All right. So tell us about why brownies.
So last year I was here for the first quarantine too, and Neta's family are, I think in Brazil they say like formigas, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so they really love sweets. They eat sweets all the time. And I said, okay, well, let's try to make brownies together. And I made these brownies. They said, I love these brownies. They're not full. They're actually more duro.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They have
And-
more. They're more consistent. I don't know.
Yeah, and so it's not very similar to what they're used to. But I
Sure.
said, but this is how a brownie is in the U.S. So I decided to just have it with them. And for the rest of the quarantine last year, we just made brownies.
Wow.
And then this year, I left back to the U.S., lived with my mom a little bit, and had my own thing going. And after that, when I came back here, everyone's like, you need to make your brownies for us. We haven't had it for a whole year. This is ridiculous. Like, it needs to be done now. And I made it, and I cut
It needs
them.
to be done now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're leaving this house.
And last year I was staying at his family's house, and this year we had our own. So I said, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist as well. So I really like
So you're number
to.
in the book. You're number one in the book.
Perfectionist.
She's at number one.
Perfectionist.
Yeah.
And I
You're number
really
6,
wanted
Will. You're the loyal kind.
the
You're
loyal,
kind,
yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And I really wanted to cut them really nice and have a really nice presentation, because when I made them at his mom's house, they just ate it right away. So it wouldn't look nice. It would drive me crazy.
Supposed to be for dessert.
Yeah. So I decided, okay, I'm going to cool them off. I'm going to make them look really nice, cut them properly. And I did. And they were like, you should really sell these. And I said, oh, well, maybe.
Did you bring
I
any
don't
today?
know.
Did you bring any today?
Actually, for JET, they're doing a giveaway.
JET
so,
Águas de Lindóia.
yeah,
Oh,
JET
today.
Águas de
3
Lindóia.
p.m. Right, we have
Yeah.
the giveaway event.
Yeah.
Don't miss it. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
so there's going to be 4, we call them meia.
Different flavors, right?
They're all the same,
All the same,
but they're
yeah.
half nozes and half gotinhas de chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we have those two, and those are kind of our more popular ones anyway. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So besides brownies, like, can you make more sweets or desserts?
yeah,
or-
I really like tortas a lot. I don't sell them; I only make them for my loved ones right now. But
maybe in the future, like I'm sure your
I mean,
apple pie
she's
with.
she's a
Yeah.
true entrepreneur, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's been here for
Yeah.
2 months and already started.
yeah, I really, I
businesses.
also don't like being like sedentary. I don't like sitting
Okay.
a lot, so
Yeah.
I have to always
Very
be
active,
moving.
so-
Yeah.
Sure, very active. Yeah.
That's
Well, I've tried your brownies, and so has my wife, and we have loved your brownies.
So they're lovely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so if you're I do have a sweet tooth too, and
That's a good expression. You know, we have this sketch, right?
Yeah,
that we
sure.
have it today. It's called the JET Weekly,
Sure.
where we explain certain expressions. You just mentioned a good
Sure,
one, right?
sure.
You have a sweet tooth,
yeah.
right? Would you like to
So
explain that?
yeah, I have a sweet tooth. That means my teeth crave sugar. I need to eat something sugary, something sweet. You know, in Brazil we say eu sou uma formiguinha,
Yeah.
and in English you say I have a sweet
Sweet
tooth. All right. Okay,
Brilliant.
nice. Cool. All right. Let me see. One more question for Quyhn. Then we're gonna let you guys go and have your wonderful early lunches with your families. All right. So, do you recommend Brazil for the American people to come visit and experience?
100%. I always tell my friends, my family, anyone that wants to listen to me, please come to Brazil. You're going to fall in love with it. It's like a spoiler alert, but I never thought that I would travel to Brazil in my life. I was just like all my friends and family. I don't want to travel to Brazil. It's not on my top. Maybe in the future, maybe one day if I have the time or the money.
Yeah.
Now I'm living here, you know?
Yeah.
So
And you married a Brazilian. And your kids will speak Portuguese too, as well as English, of course. But
So I tell my friends, trust me, it's not what you think. Please see things through a different perspective because it really will open up your whole world.
Yeah, as the story goes, you never imagined you would come to Brazil and visit Buenos Aires,
Yeah.
the capital of Brazil. You know?
Yeah.
It's a silly joke.
Yeah,
but
of
really,
It
you
is,
know,
yeah.
I mean,
well, but Americans are being more educated on geography
they
nowadays.
really?
Yeah, I
it's
think
not
so.
like the United States and the
Yeah.
rest of the world
No, I don't
anymore.
think
Geography is okay in the U.S. I didn't study a lot, and I'm very bad still too. So I'm a little bit embarrassed about that. But I think over time we will learn more because no one now wants to, especially after COVID, wants to be at home all the time.
Sure.
They want to explore the world now. So
Very true.
Why not start in Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And okay, now let's a
Just a
wrap.
little bit about your experience in the classroom.
Yeah, sure.
You've just
Yeah.
joined the JET Águas de Lindóia
Yeah,
team,
tell us about
right?
that. And
Yeah.
why do you think it's important for people to learn English as a second language?
Right.
Good
So
questions.
English is my second language as well. I'm sure a lot of people are a little bit surprised knowing that. And it's really
Everyone's
important.
surprised.
It's really important to know and understand a second language, especially if it's English, because it's spoken a lot around the world. If you want to go travel somewhere, you can always maybe fall back on English. Okay, maybe they might not speak Portuguese, but they probably know one or two words in English too. And the US and other parts of the world that speak English are very influential throughout. It helps your career, it helps your education, helps your brain, helps your life, right? And teaching in English or teaching a class is very refreshing. I told Williams as well. Sometimes I like putting people under pressure because I just like it. It's like a sick little like thing that I have. And I love doing that to my students because I want them to understand that it's okay and they're going to get better and better and better.
Yeah.
My husband started off speaking English and sometimes he tells me, you have to correct me. You have to correct me. And sometimes I forget, but his English is getting better every day. And he's almost 30 years old. He's not 30 yet, so he's not going to,
Yeah.
you know.
They'll freak out.
Exactly. And the feeling of getting students out of the comfort zone. You know,
Right.
it's all part
It's
of
all
our
it's
our
all about
jobs.
getting out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
It's all about
It really is. And the students, and they're going to have a great time with it. I believe so because I
Can be very
love...
rewarding, yeah.
Right, I love talking to them. It's different people, different places, different experiences that they have, and I really like that. I've always loved being around people and talking to people. So why not practice it in a different language with them and with me as well?
And it's a great way for you also to make friends and for people to get to know you, especially being the new kid on the block, kind of.
Exactly. No, I was talking to some of my students. They said, "Oh, it's amazing. I mean, to be able to learn. I mean, English with someone who's learning Portuguese as well, because she can put herself in our shoes. You know, like
Right.
she goes through the same difficulties. You know, as we
Of
do.
course.
So,
Sure.
And for me, I'm excited to speak Portuguese too,
Yeah.
right? I'm in Portuguese class. I'm saying every other word wrong,
Right.
but I'm
what-
not afraid
yeah.
of it.
Do you have a favorite expression in Portuguese?
Portuguese that you
or
like,
a
yeah.
word that-
That's a little bit of a stretch, but I would say, I say oi and tá com fome. Right
What
now, I use a lot. Tô
tá-
com frio.
Tô com frio.
Tô com frio. Every single day. Tô com frio. But right now, I'll find an expression that I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm going to love.
Can you say something in Vietnamese for us, like something that...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm going to say xin chào các bạn. Tôi vui lắm hồi ở bên Brazil. Và nếu mình muốn học tiếng Việt luôn thì học được mà khó nhiều hơn tiếng Portuguese.
Wow.
Yeah, I completely understood.
Yeah, I understood Brazilian and Portuguese. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a very tonal
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
Very
it's
tonal
actually,
language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and I hear a lot of throat going on.
Yeah, so the little L's in Portuguese is a little bit easier for me, I think, than maybe other
You sure?
English.
Like you're a no.
No.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's easy
I've got
for you.
nasal sounds
No.
as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
because
Oh,
the average American is now.
Now,
exactly.
yeah, they say no.
They don't have
yeah,
nasal sounds,
yeah.
yeah.
And then for me, it's like, oh, no. And
Yeah,
they're like,
good.
oh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
And I
look
was
at you.
like,
Or coração.
Go to so.
Yeah, you see.
Oh, she can say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because those are the two. I mean, just ask any American person. Say coração, coração. No, okay,
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah. One of my students made fun of me because I say Gabriel.
Oh,
They're like, haha,
Gabriel.
Gabriel. And I was like, I know it's Gabriel, okay? But every single time I see his name, it's Gabriel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's what
work
comes
with
to your mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what comes to your mind.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen.
you.
It's been awesome.
Thank
we
you so
we
much,
learned
Rod.
a lot. I learned a lot from you. Thank you, Will, for this memorable, this a very pleasant time. And just remember, next week we're gonna have Miss Teen Brazil with us here. What's her name again? Will?
Maria Clara.
Maria Clara, yeah, really
Our
nice girl.
student.
Yeah, she's our student, and she just won the Brazilian competition for the
contest,
most
yeah.
beautiful young girl in Brazil.
In Brazil, yeah.
So
And she's moving up to the next level now, going to international, model
contests
competition.
and
Yeah,
competitions.
exactly.
So, oh, Queen, thank you very much. Thank you, Neto, for allowing your wife to be here with us. I'm sure you had a conversation. How do you feel about that? Like, I feel okay. Okay, so you go.
And let's hope lunch is running on time today.
Yeah, of course. I'm hungry already.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now.